first case to be heard is year versus February.
Is the defendant present?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense is in custody.
Bailiff, bring in the prisoner.
February, you may come in.
Please come forward. February, you are charged with being disorderly and missing your duties and doing with less of the fair share of the year's work. These are serious charges. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Clerk, take this defendant to his seat. Now, let us proceed with the trial. Are both sides ready to present their witnesses? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready for your prosecution, Your Honor. Ms. Prosecutor may proceed. Your Honor, it is the contention of the other 11 months that February is not doing his fair share of the year's work. All the other months either have 30 or 31 days, but February only has 28 days.
That's not true. Why only this year?
Silence. The pen will be seated. February, another outburst like that and you will be in serious trouble.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Proceed, Ms. Prosecutor. As I was saying, February has only 28 days except for leap year, when there's 29. All the other months either have 30 or 31 days, but February only has 29 days. In every 4 year, everybody gets all mixed up. Here's the calendar for February. As you can see, there are only 29 days. Very interesting. Do you have any other witnesses for the prosecution? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. I now call Mark. The prosecution calls as its first witness the month of January.
January, you may come in.
Oh, amen.
Come forward, January.
Amen.
Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Please be seated in the witness chair. Proceed, Ms. Prosecutor. January. Please tell your story in your own words.
I am the first month of the year, Your Honor. I do all the hard work at the beginning of the year.
I object, Your Honor. Objection overruled. Go on, January.
I worked for 31 days. Not once has February offered early to come help me out. I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted.
There. Clerk, help this poor man to see in the audience. Ms. Prosecutor, do you have any other witnesses? I do, Your Honor. I now call March to the stand.
May it please him in March.
March, you may come in.
March, step forward. Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Please be seated. Proceed, Ms. Prosecutor. March, what is your relationship to the defendant February?
Your Honor, I am the winning mom.
I object, Your Honor. This has been not necessary. March, please proceed with no demonstrations.
Your Honor, I follow February every year, but I never know what to expect. Sometimes February has 28 days, sometimes 29. It makes me so nervous and confused. That's why I'm so windy and blowy. I just need to find a way to blow off steam somehow.
That will do, March. You may step down. That sums up our case, Your Honor. You want February expelled from the year's work because February cannot help out enough, and when they're because he is too short and can't make up his mind up. How many days he wants the prosecution rest? Is the defense ready?
We are, Your Honor.
Very well. Proceed with your preliminary statement.
We claim that the statements made by the prosecution are misleading. Even though February is very short, he is one of the hardest working months of the year. We are prepared to prove this, ma'am.
Call your first witness.
The defense calls the groundhog.
Groundhog, you may come in.
Your Honor, would it be too much trouble to dim some of the lights in here? They hurt my eyes. Not at all. Please turn off some of those lights. Very well. Let's swear the witness in.
Place your paw on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Please sit down.
Your Honor, I offer Groundhog Day as exhibit.
That's not it.
Please tell us what you know about the defendant February.
As you know, it's my job to check the weather each year and make the final decision as to when spring will arrive. Each February 2nd, I crawl out of my hole where I've been sleeping all winter and go into the open air. weather is nice and cloudy, I'd stay outside and tell all the other animals and birds that I'm ready for spring to begin. Of course, if it's one of those awful sunny days, you know how sensitive my eyes are to light. I just crawl back to my hole, sleep for 6 extra weeks, and spring comes late that year. If it weren't for February, spring would be late every year.
Thank you, Groundhog. No further questions. You may return to your burrow. Call your next witness. The defense calls on a member of the Boy Scouts of America.
Boy Scout, you may come in.
Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please take the stand. If it pleases the court, I would like to present Exhibit D. First, February 8th, birthday of the Boy Scouts of America. I object, Your Honor. All the Boy Scouts can't have the same birthday. It's impossible. Can the defense explain this to the court?
I can, Your Honor. You see, February 8th is the birthday of the organization of the Boy Scouts of America. We Scouts try to help ourselves in the country by being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, and reverent. We would never lie, ma'am, and we got lots of February. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here.
Thank you. You may step down. The defense now calls Thomas Alva Edison.
Thomas Edison, you may come in.
Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Please be seated up here, Mr. Edison. Mr. Edison, is it true that your birthday is February 11th?
It is.
Your Honor, I present Exhibit C. A light bulb as evidence of the importance of still another day in February. Now, Mr. Edison, is it true you invented the electric incandescent light bulb?
That's correct.
You see, Your Honor, and members of the jury, had it not been for the work of this witness, we might not have the convenience and wonder of electric light in our offices, our homes, our streets. Mr. Edison, would you tell the court about some of your other inventions with total over 1,000?
Well, the phonograph, the microphone, and dictating machine seem to have had a marked effect on how things run. I'm rather proud of my kinetoscope, which later led me to my film projector. I didn't invent moving pictures, but I did succeed later in synchronizing them with sound to make talking pictures.
I think we have shown that Mr. Edison's work alone could well justify the value of February and prove that he contributed his fair share to the year. With our excuse, Mr. Edison. Who is the next witness for the defense? Abraham Lincoln, Your Honor. Call Abraham Lincoln, baby.
President Lincoln, you may come in.
Mr. Lincoln, this court is honored to have you here. Please sit down, sir. There will be no need for you to take the oath. Oh, thank you, Your Honor. I'm glad to have February plead her cause. You know how much I like to help the underdog. Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. First, Your Honor, I offer this hat as the birthday of the 16th President of the United States. Proceed with your case, please. As 16th President of the United States, Lincoln brought about to the end of slavery with his Emancipation Proclamation. He had gone far from the day of his birth, a cold day in a log cabin in Kentucky. As a boy, cold and often hungry, he worked on splitting rails and getting his education as best as he could from borrowed books. He moved to Indiana and finally to New Salem, Illinois. As he studied law there, he worked as a storekeeper, postmaster, and surveyor. Yes, I think you have made your point already. Just one more point, Your Honor. Lincoln became a famous lawyer and then served in state legislature and Congress before becoming president. Of course, the Civil War took place during his term, but before he was assassinated, he made sure that government of the people, by the people, and for the people would endure. Your opinion was flattering, ma'am. I did only what I could. Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. You may step down. engaged.
Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure enough, honey. May I sit down now, Your Honor? Yes, indeed. Proceed with the testimony, Miss Defense Attorney.
First, Your Honor, I wish to offer this as Exhibit E. Tonight's Valentine's Day, February 14th. Miss Valentine, do you have anything you would like to say to help our friend February?
I sure have. With our little February, we want to have Valentine's Day. Can you imagine that? Or even the Romans celebrated my day. And ever since, we've had Valentine's celebrations every year on February 14th. There are all kinds of Valentine's celebrations. Funny ones, pretty ones, but of course my favorite are the romantic ones.
Yes, Miss Valentine, you may step down. Your testimony will be taken into consideration. The defense now calls Susan Bianchi.
Susan Bianchi.
Place your hand on this calendar. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Your birthday falls on February 15th, does it not, Miss Anthony?
Yes, it does.
Would you tell us about some of your achievements?
Certainly, I worked hard to dramatize the need to abolish slavery and to the woman's right to vote.
Your Honor, today Miss Anthony's accomplishments are remembered by us all, and she stands as a symbol of standing up for one's belief.
You may step down, Miss Anthony. Thank you, Your Honor.
I now call my final witness, George Washington. Bailiff, if you please.
Your President Washington, you may remain.
We are most honored with the presence, Miss Washington. There will be no need for you to swear to tell the truth. We all know that you cannot tell a lie. You may please sit down, Miss Washington.
Thank you for the kindness.
Your Honor, I offer this as Exhibit F. This will mark the birthday of the first President of the United States on February 25th.
May I ask the witness a few questions?
Certainly, Your Honor.
Mr. Washington, perhaps you will allow me the privilege of summing up your contribution. I know it might be a bit irregular, but there can hardly be any questions of the facts.
Thank you for your kind word. Oh, thank you, Your Honor. That will make it much easier for me.
Before becoming president, of course, you were a great leader and the general who led our armies to victory during the American Revolution, which gave the country its independence. Is that not so?
That is the truth, Your Honor. I led my exhausted army across the river near Trenton to surprise the British, and victory was ours. After the war, I retired briefly to my beloved Mount Vernon, but then was held back to preside over the Constitutional Convention in 1787, but then was elected to serve 2 terms as the first president of this glorious country.
Thank you, Mr. Washington. It is easy to see why you are first in war, first in peace, first in heart of your countrymen. We do not need to trouble you further, Mr. Washington. You are excellent.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The defense rests, Your Honor. May I have just one brief moment to give a summation to the jury?
You may proceed.
We have, in our opinion, proof that the month of February, in spite of his size, does more than his share of the year's work. The decision rests with you, Your Honor. I am sure you'll find my client innocent.
Members of the jury, you have heard the case against February and also defense. You must come to a verdict. You wish to retire?
Your Honor, the members of the jury have consulted and arrived at their verdict.
Very well. The defendant, February, will rise to hear the verdict.
We find the defendant not guilty.
February, you have heard the verdict of the jury. This court finds you not guilty about the charges brought against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a proud moment for me.
You may now return to your rightful place in the conduct. Though your days are short, your days are vital to all of us, marking some of the great moments in our history and some of the great men and women of the world. It is a judgment of this court that you do your fair share of the year's work. Court stands adjourned.